Hi and welcome to my PlayHouse, and today I have a package and it has been opened because this was sent from Unky Joe's PlayHouse, a fellow YouTuber, but he's from Texas in the United States, and he was so nice to let me use his American address for buying something on Amazon, and then he shipped it on to me. And well, it was shipped home to me, but I had to pay import tax and stuff, so I had a chance to reroute the package. And my good colleagues at work was very curious, and I did want to brag about this. So it's a very cool package. Unky Joe also did a review of this switch on his channel and showed some of the good features of it. He's much more knowledgeable about this. He did an awesome video on that, and I'll be leaning upon that because then I don't have to think. It's always nice. Just next finish, do what the other guy did. And so I would very much recommend that you go and seek it over at his channel. I will leave his channel in the description so you can go check it out and say hi over there. So let's go and see what's in the box. So here is the box, and it was very expensive to ship over here. It's kind of heavy, $67.45. Expensive. And there is another package coming from Unky Joe. I believe that was $35. I really need to have a talk with him about that. It would be so much more awesome to just put everything in one box. Even if you have to pay $20 for the box, it would still be a good deal. I'm just rambling on here. So let's see what this is. This is a Ubiquiti network switch. And it's not just any network switch, it's a 10G 16 port managed switch. It's a UniFi switch 16XG. I think this is kind of the largest one that UniFi even makes. In the 10G series. So this has been out of the box. Something is rolling in there. Very nice box. Has a cool drawing on the back with all the good stuff that this switch can do. UniFi has a whole series of awesome network stuff, and I got this switch because it has a really nice management interface. The switch is nothing special. That's just a 10G switch. I'm sure I could get something cheaper from some other brand, but they have really nice management. And I don't have to do command line settings to set up the ports. It's point and click, which I do kind of enjoy. Right now I got this one. I am also dreaming about that one, the 48 port 1 gigabit switch, but it has two 10 gigabit uplink ports. So my idea is that I want one of these and I want to uplink it to this switch, and this is gonna replace the Linksys one that I have in the data center now, because that Linksys one is a pain in the butt. So I would really like to replace that one. So I would really like to replace that Linksys. So, but let's go through some of the cool stuff with the switch. So the correct model number is the US-16-XG, and it's part of the Ubiquiti Network UniFi Enterprise system, and it's a 10 gigabit aggregation which can deliver robust performance and intelligent layer 2 switching. Nice. Features 12 SFPs plus, which is the connections down here. You need to put in FSPs for your network connections for putting in fiber optic cables. Then it has 4 RJ45 10G Ethernet ports, which are those over here, also 10 gigabit ports. So it has a little bit of both worlds. These are of course meant for fiber optic cables, and these are meant for copper cables. And it's not a bad feature. It's very easy to convert these to copper cables, but well, it has them, so I wouldn't have to do that. Over here at the features, it again states that it has 12 10G FSP plus ports. The FSP that's that port. The plus means that it's 10 gigabit, and the 4 10 gigabit RJ45 Ethernet ports. Central management layer 2 switching features. Nice. Up to 160 gigabits per second total non-blocking throughput. I believe that means that if you put in some filters and stuff, well, it's not gonna be able to do that, but if it's just clean pass through, it's able to do that. Then it can transfer up to 320 gigabits per second switching capacity. I think that's enough because, well, each port is just 10 gigabits per second and there is only 16 of those. Yeah, maybe if you're running full duplex, or I don't know, you might need some overhead and stuff. I don't know. It's a 1U rack mountable, managed by UniFi controller. Package includes the switch, a power cord, which is an American power cord, I'm sure. Rack mounting kit, quick start guide. Let's get it out of the box. Let's see what we purchased. One box is replaced by another box. The white box goes over there. We have a brown box. It opens. And yeah, it looks silverish. I actually thought it was white. That must be the leaflet. Quick start something. Okay. There is a power cord and there is a DC output port. Wonder what that's for. Oh, sorry, there is a DC input port. DC import, the 25 volt connection and redundant standalone. Okay, so there is a manual here. Very nice. A lot of small text there. And there is something about the Ubiquiti controller dashboard thing. I will have to go and install that. I don't think we're gonna be installing that in this video. I have been preparing for it, making a virtual machine that will be able to do that. But I think that we'll be doing an installation video where we put it in the rack, and we will be doing a installing the Ubiquiti controller video, which should be really simple. It should really be next finish. It seems that that's the installation of it. It even has a URL for where to go get the software, and that's the really good feature of these Ubiquiti. When you purchase the switch, all the software is for free, so that's really neat. Okay, so cool. Let's get the switch out of the box and see what it's also. Here it is. So there is protection rubber things over the SFP plus connections here. Very nice. I have to make sure they're safe. There is a Ubiquiti nut button, so it should light up blue. That will look awesome, I'm sure. Then there is a light diode for the 12 FSP plus connections, and it says that down black, 1G green, and 10G white. The same thing for the 4 RJ45 connections. Same thing. Then there is a reset button over here. I'm guessing that will bring us back to factory default. I'm not sure. Would have to see if they included that in the manual. Reset button. This button serves two functions for the UniFi switch. Restart. Press and release the reset button quickly. Restore to factory default settings. Press and hold the button for more than 5 seconds. That's pretty normal. So on the back, seems we have a console. Wonder if that's serial or we will have to consult the manual again. Back panel console port console. RJ45 serial. Yeah, it's a serial connection, and there is the baud rate and the data, and so serial connection. Okay. it takes a normal server connector from 100 volts to 240 volts, 50 or 60 hertz. Awesome. And there is this 25 volt DC input power. So I think you can power it from that one or that one, which is really cool for redundancy. You could also power this from a power bank or something. That would be neat. Max power 56 watts. I don't believe that's too bad. I think that's decent. 2 tiny fans. They could be bigger. There's room for them to be bigger. The problem with tiny fans are that they are really pitched and usually pretty noisy. So if you have the room for it, you would prefer bigger. Bigger is better in that case. Should we get a screwdriver and see what's inside? I think so. Oh. It already has scratches. Awesome. Wonder how it opens. Oh, that way. Okay. 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 Cover. So that's how it looks. Okay, it doesn't seem like there is much room for bigger fans, I must admit that. Yeah, I don't know. It does look like a very simple board to me. So here is the power supply being fed from this connection, goes over to the power supply here, and then the power of the power supply goes over to the board here. Then there is this extra DC connection in, and that goes over to the board here. So they might be in parallel, those two, so you can power them from each of these connections, which is pretty neat. Then we have a thing here. We have a little circuit board. Okay, these are the LEDs on the front. They have been encased in some plastic, which is probably to prevent that the light from one LED mixes with another LED, so that if LED 1 is lighting up, well, LED 2 will still be black and not give you that confusion. That's pretty good. Except they have, yeah, that's probably okay. And then they have a big LED on the front of the unit. That one, and that's that. Oh, you can't see that. And that is this little circuit board that has a couple of LEDs that will make that UniFi button in the front change colors. I'm sure the manual tells me something about what colors that can show. Then we have a couple of hefty CPUs here, or processors, controllers, and I'm guessing they control this, all the FSPs. There is nothing on the bottom of the board. Underneath, I can't. Yeah, maybe there is some capacitors here and there on the back side of the board. Otherwise, everything of importance is up here. It's a very simple board, I must say. Here is the serial connector, just 4 tiny wires going out the back for that one. And there is a little controller chip on that little board. So, very simple box, I must admit. A lot of electronics here to control those LEDs. So, okay, it looks like a decent build, even though it looks very simple. It's a good quality board they put in here, well manufactured. Doesn't have a very good sound to it. It's sitting on some metal somewhere. Yep. It has a pin underneath here to take the strain off this board. So I hope it doesn't vibrate and do stupid stuff. Okay, enough about that. Okay, I just learned an important trick. If you want to take this Ubiquiti switch apart, well, when you put it back together, you take all of these rubber things out. That will make it so much more easy. Yeah, just a trick for you. But now we have had it apart, now you don't have to. It didn't go back together that easily, and with these rubber things, well, it was not very forthcoming. I talked about this Ubiquiti stuff in earlier videos and on Patreon, and I actually got a Ubiquiti wireless access point sent in the mail from the United Kingdom, and I unpacked that not long ago, but I would like to share the footage of that with you right now. So here you go. I got a box, and it's not that heavy, so I am very curious. So I got a little leaflet from the post office in my mailbox that there was a box for me at the post office, and well, I didn't know what it was, so I actually brought the trolley to the post office, and well, it's from the United Kingdom and someone called Sascha. I'm not sure. I would guess that that would be a female name, but I'm not sure. It might be different in the UK, so no offense, but I have really no idea. But my address is correct, so that's cool enough. But yeah, people say that they're gonna send me stuff, and well, I have no idea what to expect. And this, I think, was one of those packages where, well, I'm gonna send you something, I'm not gonna tell you what, so I'm curious as hell. Funny thing, when I then showed up at the post office with my little trolley here, because I'm really lazy, I don't want to carry anything if I don't have to. Well, the box was like half the weight of the trolley, so the trolley was the heavy thing, and the box weighs absolutely nothing. So let's get this out of the way. So I did feel kind of stupid having a trolley with me, and the girl at the counter was really cute, so I looked really weak. Let's open this. Can't be much in it, it's really light. Packing material. More packing material. There's something here. Packing material. I can kind of see through it, so there's nothing there. A lot more packing material. Damn, that must be important. Okay. There is something in here. Oh! You could just have put a stamp on that, and that would have been okay. Thank you, that's an Ubiquiti UniFi AP AC. It's a wireless access point, which will run off power over Ethernet, and I'm getting into Ubiquiti myself here. I'll find somewhere good to set up this access point. I'll have to go read the specs for it and see what it can do, but I'm not really ready for that yet. So I think we will see this again in a video where I do something with Ubiquiti. Sascha, thank you very much. If that was you. It has seen some paint as well, so someone has painted over it. Maybe I should just give it a bit of a wash. It's a square one. I don't know how old this is. I'm not very knowledgeable about Ubiquiti, but as I remember it, the square ones are older than the round ones. I'm not sure about that, but I'm sure someone will tell me. So thank you very much to Sascha for this Ubiquiti wireless access point, and that's the AC, no it's not, it's the AP AC, and it's a 40 volt 8 0.5 amps power over Ethernet. And power over Ethernet means that it gets the power through the network connections right there. And I do have a switch that can do that, but that's one of the switches that are going to be retired. So I will be getting a Ubiquiti switch with power over Ethernet as well. So I went out and bought a power over Ethernet adapter, and I have it here. It's just a box where, come out of them, you get a plug. This one with a European plug, and it has two connections. It has one where the LAN connection goes in from, for example, the 10G switch down there, and then it has a cable that is PoE, and that sends the LAN connection and power to the Ubiquiti box. So you only need to have one connection going into your wireless access point, and that's the network connection, because the network connection will include power for the device. That's the really neat thing about stuff like this, using less and less power. You can power it almost with your thoughts now. We forgot to see what else was in the box, but it's really simple. It has the American power plug. Unky Joe, you did not have to send that. You really didn't have to send that. That's a couple of hundred, maybe 300 grams. Totally wasted. Thank you very much. Then we have the brackets for mounting the Ubiquiti switch, one for each side. And there are some screws to do that. So that will be coming up in an upcoming video. I think this video is becoming way too long already. So we'll be finishing this video up, and I'll prepare to do the thumbnail and something about Ubiquiti. So thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so that you can see me again mounting this and installing the software for it. So core, here, this is the thumbnail in a little bit at least. That's not gonna work very well. Yikes!